Good evening and welcome back to the Stream Scene, your go-to place to hear about breaking entertainment. I'm your host, Gracie Back.
And I'm Michael Saladino. On this episode, we will dive into the premiere of Dancing with the Stars, the hot new Netflix movie K-pop Demon Hunters, the long-awaited Season 3 finale of The Summer I Turned Pretty, and new upcoming hits.
Starting off with Dancing with the Stars, Kayla and Danielle took to the streets to get some student opinions.
Sparkles, sequins, and a lot of twists. Week 2 of Dancing with the Stars had it all. We hit the campus floor to see which moments got students talking.
The gymnast? Yeah, the jive with them. That was just like, it was so good. I got chills.
Zac Efron's brother, he was probably my favorite one. His dance had a lot of personality and I loved the outfits.
But here on campus, there's really no competition. Students all seem to have the same favorite celebrity.
I really like Robert Irwin.
Robert.
What do you think? Like, who do you think is gonna win?
I hope Robert.
And of course, no week of Dancing with the Stars is complete without eliminations. Students like Katie Tomlinson had their strong opinion.
I personally did not like Corey, and I think he deserved to go. He kind of just gave me the heebie-jeebies.
And Yasmin with her opposing thoughts.
I did not mind the NBA star going home. I was a little sad about Corey because he has a lot of personality, and I wish the other older guy would have left because I didn't really like his dances as much, but I'm not too upset about them. They're probably one of the weaker ones.
With eliminations behind us, all eyes are on week 3 with students hoping for improved moves and a little less tango. And funny enough, we tried to ask guys on campus for their thoughts, but none of them had actually seen the show. With the Stream Scene News, I'm Danielle Weinhofer.
Season 34 is off to a spinning start, and this year's cast is turning heads both on the dance floor and in the headlines. The competition began September 16th, and early performances have already led to surprise standouts and a double elimination that shocked fans in week 1.
And while we're on the topic of Dancing with the Stars, last week, Whitney Levitt and Mark Ballas performed a dance to a song from the new hit Netflix movie, K-pop Demon Hunters. Michael, tell us some more about this new hit film.
It's official. K-pop Demon Hunters is not just a hit, it's a global sensation. The animated musical fantasy debuted on Netflix June 20th, 2025. And since then, it's become the most watched film in the platform's history, with more than 236 million views worldwide. The movie follows Hunter X, a K-pop girl group, battling supernatural threats and clashing with a group of demons posing as Hunter X's rival boy band.
Add an eye-popping animation, chart-topping soundtrack, and fans around the world singing along in theaters and at home. You've got what some are calling the pop culture moment of the year. I got to speak with Stefania Ugliaro, a fan of the movie herself, about her thoughts on the film.
I immediately loved it from the second, even like while I was watching it, I knew that it was going to be one of my favorite movies. The songs are really good, and I thought that the main characters were just so different from like movies that are out there today, especially for kids. It's very action-packed, and those girls aren't afraid to get into a little danger. It was just very refreshing to watch. I think the perfect balance between the glamour and the action was what was so powerful for me watching the movie. I think especially my generation grew up with watching like Disney princesses and like they started like making them a little bit more edgy, but I think those 3 main characters being just like pop stars that aren't afraid to fight monsters, like it's very rare that you see them like actually scared or hesitant, and I felt like that was so powerful, especially if young girls watch that. I don't think like I really had like a character that ever did that really, so I think that perfect balance between the glamour and the danger of it all was what made it so different and awesome to watch. It's definitely tied. I love the last song, This Is What It Sounds Like. I thought it sounded very familiar. It's very upbeat and fun, and it's also such a cool part of the movie because it shows that the 3 main characters are stronger as one rather than separated, so that was so beautiful, brought me to tears. A close second has to be Soda Pop though, because I can't get it out of my head and I just think I know the dance by at this point, so that is definitely a close second for the earworm of the movie for sure. Absolutely. I think like the sheer growth that it's had and the fact that it's already #1 on Netflix as the most watched movie proves that. I think it's grown faster than any like theater movie that's been coming out today, because I think we've shifted so much as a society from like going to theaters and streaming, so they were smart to put it on Netflix. But it absolutely the accessibility of it could touch like multiple audiences, including children, adults, college students. So I think that absolutely has something to do with it as well. But yeah, I think it's definitely up there with like the Frozen of like the 2020s. I think epic would be the perfect word because every time I watched it, I was like, yeah, that was really epic. So that would be my word of choice.
That was Stefania Ugliero, following the K-pop Demon Hunters wave, along with millions of others around the world. With its incredible animation, catchy music, and dedicated fan base, this movie has proven to be more than just another Netflix release. It's a phenomenon. Keeping on track of phenomenon, we have to talk about the show that's been sweeping the nation. The Summer I Turned Pretty has become the most watched TV show on Amazon Prime. Kayla O'Hara and Danielle Weinhofer took to the streets and around campus to hear what students have to say about this top-grossing show after the finale.
There are many different shows circulating in the media, but one show in particular has caught the attention of Blue Hens across campus.
Do you watch The Summer I Turned Pretty?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I have watched it.
And of course, the big debate on campus is not whether you have seen it or not, it's which team you are on.
Team Jeremiah or Conrad?
Conrad.
Why?
Because I feel like Jeremiah is a little bit too childish, and Conrad's a bit more mature.
And student Caroline Brill did not hesitate when
So what
giving
team
her
were you on?
answer.
Team Conrad.
Okay, Conrad.
But even students like Bella Cicero and Eric Santistosa, who have not seen the latest season, know what team they reside with.
Conrad.
Why?
I don't like Jeremiah. Like, I don't know. I can't. Conrad, like, literally was like, oh, like, I'm like, I love you. Like, you don't love me anymore. Like, I saw that.
And then what team are you on? Just pick one.
Pick one.
Jeremiah or
one.
Conrad?
Jeremiah.
So that's a red flag.
But the drama is not stopping at the season finale. The cast just revealed even bigger news for fans.
And then how do you feel about the movie coming out?
I'm excited.
Why?
Yeah, me too.
Because I don't know what it's gonna like have. Like I feel like they're gonna get married or something.
I assume it's gonna be like a post story, like after the ending of the original show.
I think it's already filmed. I think they're lying.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
I definitely think they're lying.
There's been Easter
about that.
eggs. There's been Easter eggs because like they wouldn't have had them on the Today Show to be like, we're filming a movie, we don't know anything about it.
Team Conrad, Team Jeremiah, or just Team More Drama, fans across campus will be counting down until the story hits the big screen. With the Stream Scene News, I'm Danielle Weinhofer.
Thank you, Kayla and Danielle. Now let's take a look at some upcoming films that are sure to be blockbusters.
Paul Thomas Anderson returns to the screen after a 4-year absence. The director of There Will Be Blood and Boogie Nights is debuting his first new movie since Licorice Pizza, which was released in 2021 to mixed reviews. However, his new film, One Battle After Another, is looking increasingly promising as critic scores continue to roll in. The movie stars Leonardo DiCaprio as a revolutionary past his prime and living off the grid with his daughter played by Chase Infinity. When an old enemy played by Sean Penn reappears and his daughter goes missing, he must find a way to save her. This film also stars Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Regina Hall, and Teyana Taylor. The film has received 97% from Rotten Tomatoes, a 96 out of 100 from Metacritic, and a 10 out of 10 from IGN. So is this the movie of 2025, or did critics get it wrong? You can find out for yourself when the movie releases on September 26, 2025.
The Magical World of Oz returns to theaters this November for Wicked for Good. The continuation of the story first introduced in Wicked, the film follows Elphaba in the aftermath of their dramatic split, exploring shifting alliances in Oz and the impact of a new arrival from Kansas. As the political landscape changes and questions of morality grow more complex, the sequel takes a closer look at what it means to be good. Wicked for Good is set to release on November 21st.
The world of MMA takes center stage this October as The Smashing Machine brings the real-life story of heavyweight fighter Mark Kerr to the screen. Starring Dwayne Johnson in one of his most dramatic roles to date, the film traces Kerr's explosive rise in the early, unregulated days of mixed martial arts, while also pulling back the curtain on his struggles with addiction, pain, and the pressure to perform. Emily Blunt co-stars as Dawn Staples, offering a personal lens into Kerr's off-the-mat relationships and the emotional cost of chasing greatness. Directed by Benny Safdie, the film blends raw intensity with quiet vulnerability, offering a grounded portrait of a complex athlete at a turning point. The Smashing Machine opens in theaters on October 3rd.
Michael, there is no shortage of entertaining media out there right now.
I agree that no matter what, there is something out there for everyone. That's all the time we have for today. I'm Michael Saladino.
And I'm Gracie Back. Thank you for turning into this stream scene. See you next week.